You sit down at a restaurant while traveling. The server walks up to your table, smiles, and says something quickly in English, and suddenly your mind goes blank. You forgot every English word you know.
That happens to so many English learners. So today, we're going to make it easier, together, step by step.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily.
And I'm Ben, and if you're new here, welcome to Daily Duo English, the podcast where we help you speak real, natural English through real conversations, not textbook English.
Today's episode is all about ordering food in English, using the natural American English phrases you'll hear and use in restaurants.
By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly what to say when you arrive, when you order, when you want to change something in your order, and even what to do if something goes wrong with your food.
It sounds like a lot, but really it's just a small handful of phrases that repeat again and again. Once you know them, you'll feel completely ready.
And just so you know, we're focusing on sit-down restaurants today, the kind where a server comes to your table. So relax, get comfortable, maybe imagine you're already sitting at a table, and let's go to the restaurant. Let's start with the easiest situation. You walk in and someone meets you at the door. Emily, can you be the server for this one?
Sure, Ben, you just walked into the restaurant. Hi there, welcome in. Table for one?
Yes, please.
Right this way. Here's your menu. Can I start you off with something to drink?
Just water for now, thanks.
Sure thing. I'll be right back with that.
Okay, let's stop there for a second. Did you catch that phrase, table for one? The server is just asking how many people are eating. If you're with a friend, you'd hear table for two instead. It's a really small question, but it's usually the very first thing anyone says to you when you walk in.
And that next question, can I start you off with something to drink? You'll hear that a lot in American English. It's the server's way of asking what you want to drink before you even look at the food menu. It sounds fast the first time you hear it, but it's always basically the same sentence, so it gets easier fast.
My answer was really simple. Just water for now, thanks. You don't need a long sentence at all. You could also say things like, iced tea, please, or just, a coffee, thanks. Short answers are completely normal here, and nobody expects you to say more than that.
A few minutes later, the server usually comes back to check on you. Are you ready to order, or do you need a few more minutes?
I'm ready. I'll have the cheeseburger, please.
Great choice. Would you like fries or a salad with that?
Fries, please.
Perfect. I'll get that started for you.
That phrase, I'll have the, is probably the single most useful sentence in this whole episode. You can put almost any food after it, and it always sounds natural and polite, no matter what you're ordering.
Exactly. I'll have the chicken sandwich, please. I'll have the soup, please. I'll have the pasta, please. It works the same way every single time, so once you learn it, you can really use it again and again in restaurants.
And if you ever need more time to decide, remember server's question. Are you ready to order, or do you need a few more minutes? You can just answer, a few more minutes, please, and nobody will mind at all. Servers hear that answer many times every single day.
Let's practice for a second. Imagine the server asks you, are you ready to order? And you want the chicken sandwich. What would you say? You could say, I'll have the chicken sandwich, please. Simple as that.
Let's try one more. This time, imagine you want soup to start your meal. What would you say to the server?
You could say, I'll have the soup, please. Same simple pattern again.
And one more. Imagine you just want a coffee to finish your meal. What would you say?
You could just say, could I get a coffee, please? Or even simpler, just a coffee, please. Both work perfectly fine.
One more small phrase that's really useful here is what comes with that. That's you asking the server what's included with your meal, like a side of fries or a small salad. It helps you know what you're actually getting before you decide.
And if you're not sure about a dish, you can also ask, is this spicy? That's a great question if you don't like spicy food, and the server can tell you.
Good tip. Okay, that's the basic order. Simple, short, and polite from start to finish.
There's one more small moment worth knowing near the end of the meal. Do you have room for dessert?
I'll have the ice cream, please.
Great choice, coming right up.
Do you have room for dessert just means, are you still hungry? Do you want something sweet after your meal? And you can answer the same way you answered before. I'll have the ice cream, please. Or simply, no thanks, I'm good.
Same pattern again, so you're already getting really comfortable with it. Okay, that was the simple version, but what if you want to change something in your order? Let's try that now, from the very beginning, with a completely new example. Hi again, are you ready to order?
Yes, I'll have the burger, but can I get that without onions?
Of course, no problem. Just to check, do you have any allergies or do you just not like onions?
No allergies, I just don't like them.
Got it. Would you like cheese on that?
Yes, please. And could I get extra pickles on the side?
Sure, I can do that. Anything else?
That's all. Thanks.
Perfect. I'll get that started for you.
So this time I changed my order a little, right from the start, before anything was sent to the kitchen. Did you catch that phrase, can I get that without onions?
That's a great one to remember because you can use it with almost any food. Can I get that without cheese? Can I get that without ice? It just means, please don't put this in my food, and it always sounds polite.
And I also said, could I get extra pickles on the side? On the side just means the food is served separately, not mixed in with everything else. You'll hear that phrase a lot with sauces and dressings too, not just pickles.
You probably also noticed I asked if you have any allergies. That's just a question about foods that might make you sick, like nuts, eggs, or some seafood. It's a normal, caring question, not a strange one. If you don't have any, you can simply say, no allergies, and that's really the whole answer.
And one more useful phrase there was, anything else? That's the server checking if you want to add anything more to your order before it goes to the kitchen.
You can answer really simply, too. That's all, thanks. It's short, it's polite, and it's exactly what a real customer would say in that moment.
Let's try one more quick example. Imagine you're ordering a salad, but you want the dressing kept separate, not poured on the salad. What would you say?
You could say, could I get the dressing on the side? Same pattern every single time, no matter what you're ordering.
And one small tip, you can combine phrases too. For example, I'll have the salad, but could I get the dressing on the side? 2 phrases, 1 natural sentence.
Nice. That's exactly how a real customer would say it.
Quick thing before we keep going. If this episode is helpful, subscribing really helps more English learners find it too. Okay, let's continue. Now, imagine your food arrives, but there's a small problem.
Here you go, 1 cheeseburger with fries.
Thank you. Excuse me, I asked for no onions, but I think this has onions.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Let me fix that for you right away.
No worries. Thank you.
Thanks for your patience. It'll be right out.
That phrase, excuse me, I asked for no onions, but I think this has onions, is really useful because it explains exactly what's wrong without sounding angry or rude. You're just saying what the problem is, calmly and clearly.
Right, you're just calmly explaining the problem, and you can change it for almost any mistake. Excuse me, I asked for no cheese, but I think this has cheese. Same pattern, just a different food, and it always works the same way.
Let's try one together. Imagine your soup arrives, but it's completely cold. What would you say to the server?
You could say, "Excuse me, I think this soup is cold." Same idea, you're just describing what's actually wrong, calmly and clearly.
When the server apologizes, a really natural response is just, "No worries, thank you." It's polite, it's friendly, and it shows you're not upset about the small mistake.
And you heard me say, "Thanks for your patience, it'll be right out." That just means the food is coming again very soon, so there's no need to worry at all.
Mistakes happen sometimes, so it's good to know what to say if this happens to you.
And remember, staying calm and polite always works best. Servers want to fix the problem, they're not upset with you for mentioning it. Okay, the meal is finished. Before you ask for the check, there's one more useful phrase.
If you didn't finish your food and you want to take it home, you can say, "Could I get a box for this, please?"
That's really common in the US and totally normal to ask, so don't feel shy about it. Whenever you're ready, I can bring the check.
"Could I get the check, please?"
Of course, here you go. No rush.
In American English, we usually say the check, not the bill. "Could I get the check, please?" is really all you need to say, and it works very naturally in this kind of restaurant.
And no rush just means take your time. There's no hurry at all.
Now, here's something that's useful to know if you're eating at a restaurant in the US. At sit-down restaurants, where a server brings your food to the table, leaving a tip is usually expected.
Right, and a normal tip is usually around 15 to 20% of the total bill. So if your meal costs $20, you might leave about $3 or $4 extra, either right on the table in cash or added when you pay by card.
This is different from a fast food counter, where you order and pay right away. At a place like that, a tip usually isn't expected in the same way.
If you're paying in cash and you want the server to keep the extra money, you can simply say, "Keep the change." It's short, and servers understand it right away.
And if you're paying by card, you may see some tip options when you pay. You can choose one of those or enter a different amount.
That's really all you need to know about tipping for now. It's a small cultural detail, but it's useful if you're ever eating at a restaurant in the US. Now, let's put everything together. This time, just listen and imagine you're sitting at the table for the whole meal, from start to finish, with nothing interrupting. Hi there, welcome in. Table for one?
Yes, please.
Right this way. Here's your menu. Can I start you off with something to drink?
Could I get an iced tea, please?
Sure thing. I'll be right back with that. Here's your iced tea. Are you ready to order, or do you need a few more minutes?
A few more minutes, please.
No problem. Take your time. Okay, are you ready now?
Yes, I'll have the chicken sandwich, please, but could I get that without tomato?
Of course. Would you like fries or a salad with that?
Fries, please. And could I get some ketchup, too?
Sure, I can do that. Anything else?
That's all. Thanks.
Great, I'll get that started for you. Here's your chicken sandwich.
Thank you. Excuse me, I think this has tomato. I asked for no tomato.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me fix that for you right away.
No worries, thank you.
Thanks for your patience. Here's a new one, no tomato this time.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Of course. Enjoy your meal. How was everything this time?
Great, thank you. Everything was perfect.
Glad to hear it. Can I get you anything else?
No thanks. Could I get the check, please?
Sure, here you go. No rush.
Thanks. Here you go, and please keep the change.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
You too, thanks. And that's it. That's a full, natural restaurant conversation from beginning to end with everything included.
Everything you just heard was built from the exact phrases we practiced together earlier in this episode. Nothing new, just all of it working together naturally.
See how natural that sounded? Every single line came from something you already know now.
Let's do a quick recap of the phrases that matter the most.
If you remember nothing else from today, remember these three. I'll have the, for ordering almost anything. Can I get that without, for removing something you don't want? And could I get the check, please, for when you're ready to leave?
Those three phrases can help you in many common restaurant situations.
And if you have room for a few more, remember, no worries, thank you, for when something goes wrong, and keep the change, for when you're paying and leaving a tip.
And if you want to practice right now, here's a small challenge. Think of one meal you'd like to order, maybe pasta, maybe a salad, maybe soup, and try saying it out loud using "I'll have the."
Now try adding one small change to it, like without onions or on the side. Put the two phrases together in one sentence, just like we practiced today.
Great job! That's real practice. And that's exactly how confidence grows. One sentence at a time, not all at once.
Even just knowing these phrases can make your next restaurant visit in English much easier. If you want to try this yourself, tell us in the comments, what would you order? Write one sentence using "I'll have."
And if this episode helped you, hitting subscribe just means you won't miss the next one.
Thanks so much for listening today and for practicing with us.
We'll see you next time on Daily Duo English.
Bye, everyone.